My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Psalm 73:26. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Angel. Welcome to my channel, Imperfect Angell, where we're young, Christian, and lit, period. Whoo, y'all. I'm back in my natural habitat, y'all. I'm back together. My last video, I was looking a hot mess, but I pushed through because, that's how y'all know I'm loyal. I'm trying to be faithful. I'm trying to be committed to this thing because I did that video last week and I have nothing done to myself. So I'm looking a little bit put together this time. So shout out to Shayra for my braids, y'all. This is like my second time having braids my entire life, but they cute, ain't they? They long. Thank you, girl. But anyways, today I'm gonna be talking about why I feel like young people, the younger generations, don't attend church. So I'm gonna keep this quick and simple. I'm just giving my perspective on why I feel like people don't go to church and some tips that I don't know if you really call them tips, but I'm gonna just share with you guys why I feel like it is important to go to church and how you can overlook some things that may prevent you from going to church or wanting to go to church. So really, because a lot of people ask me about this, is like, or not really ask me, but they share with me why they don't go to church. Main things, let's see, is they feel like, for one, the number one thing is they feel like preachers are like money hungry or like scammers or whatever they want to call it. They feel like it's more of a business than like, a place of serenity, I guess you could say, or whatever. It's more of a business than an actual church or whatever. And I can see where people come from because I have experienced times where I was like iffy about a church I was going to because the pastors, I just really couldn't understand why pastors, or some pastors, were asking for so much money all the time, but some pastors never ask for like a specific amount of money, I should say, I guess, because I know in the Bible you are supposed to give your tithes and your offering. I am a 100% faithful tither and I give my offering every Sunday, so I do believe in that, but I've always had a hard time understanding, like, so y'all telling me, which I know you're not really supposed to question the man of God or whatever, but it's like you're telling me that God is telling you to ask for this specific amount of money every Sunday. Like, I don't know. I did struggle with that, but I had to come to the conclusion that, you know what, if they scamming or that's on them. They gonna be held accountable for that. They ain't got nothing to do with me. As long as I'm doing my part, I'm giving my 10% of my earnings and I give my offering, whatever God puts on my heart, then all that other stuff, that's out of my hands. That ain't got nothing to do with me, whether they scamming or not. As long as they're giving the word and I don't feel like the pastor is contradicting the word, then I'm gonna continue to go to church. But a way that I like kind of resolve that issue is like I go to a mega church now. I go to a really big church now. All my life I've been going to small churches. Like my papa was a really small church, and my mom's church that they attend now is like it's a smaller church. So, and other churches that I've visited or whatever, they've just always been small. Everybody knew everybody. You know what I'm saying? The people business, and I mean nobody's perfect. No church is perfect, but it's just a different feeling whenever you know the people personally. To me, it makes me uncomfortable, and I'm not gonna lie, I used to kind of be a little judgmental because if you like know these people personally, you know what they doing like in the outside world, but at the same time they in the pulpit preaching or in the choir singing, which I know nobody's gonna be perfect, but I do feel like some people should be held to a certain standard. It should be held accountable if they have a leadership role in the church, but that's neither here or there. So yeah, something that really helped me out with that, not really worrying about what's going on in the background, not worried about if the pastor's a scammer or not, because Bishop T.D. Jakes, where I go to now at the Potter's house, I've never, since I've been going there for like a year and a half, he has never, not once, asked for a specific amount of money. He tells you he asks for the tithes and he asks if you're going to give something to give. And that's how I really feel like it should be. I'm more comfortable with it that way, but to each his own. Each church is different. I guess some pastors ask for money for different reasons, maybe towards the church, but I don't know. I just learned to mind my business and let God lead me. Another thing why I've heard that people don't go to church or whatever is because they feel like they're going to be judged by the people in the church. And here again, I totally understand where people come from, because Christians are probably the most judgmental people on the face of the earth, which is sad to say, because we're supposed to be the most the people with the open arms and not judging people. You especially like the elders in the church. Boy, it's some I know old people be set in their ways, but it's like, as a Christian, you should be held, like, you shouldn't have that same mindset. Like, you should be having open arms, like I said, to the younger, especially the younger generation. At least we're trying to come to church. It's some people that look at you coming in with some jeans on, they're looking at you like you the devil himself. Like, bro, it's not that serious. Come as you are. And they can't wrap their minds around it. And I understand, because wouldn't nobody want to come into a church house where they feel like people gonna be looking them upside their head because they wearing a certain thing. You don't know people. It's like, I be wanting to sit down with, people like that, because you don't know if people can afford this or can afford a certain type of attire. Like, it shouldn't matter. What should matter is that these young people are trying to come to church, trying to put in the effort to come to church. And it's already a struggle enough trying to get there. And then once they get there, you looking at them crazy because they wearing certain things or they look a certain way. Like, that's dead wrong. So another thing, what helped me is I recommend a big church any day. Honestly, like, if you don't want, because them old, small, hot churches, no, I'm sorry. No, but them smaller churches, they, at the end of the day, most of them and most of the people in there, they stuck in their ways. They gonna think what they think, they gonna do what they do. Ain't really no change in their mind at this point. So I would feel like, because it's kind of an iffy situation, because it's good to be able to have one-on-one like ministry, like, so that you can get to know people and talk and minister with people when you're a beginner in Christ. But at the same time, it's like give or take. I would probably just recommend a bigger church, because even like the bigger churches, they have like programs where you can go and get like, more hands-on teaching and stuff like that. So dealing with the judgmental people, that's just a way of life, and that's just what it is. People gonna judge you to the day that you died. So we as young Christians, we really just gotta put on our big girl panties, our big boy underwear, and deal with it, because I'm not saying that every church is like that, but it's a lot. I know it's a lot of churches. Because you could just tell it's a lot of churches like that, because that's like the big topics. People thinking that the preachers want nothing but money. People feel like they're gonna be judged. What's another one that people don't like going to church? Those are the main two that I could really just think off the top of my head, y'all. I'm doing this video just like off impulse. I just got back from my cousin's graduation parade. Cousin of the graduate. Congratulations, Javon. My boy got him a big Camaro for his graduation. Shout out to him. Shout out to Toya. What did I say? His mama go hard for him. That's for sure. But yeah, shout out to Javon. I love you. Going off to the Air Force or the Army or something, so shout out to him. I love you. You made us all proud. But back to my video. So yeah, those are the main two things that I could think of off the top of my head. I just feel like I would want to encourage people to, because it do say in it, but I completely understand why people don't like to go to church, because sometimes it just can be a mess. It could be a lot. Like I said in my previous video, it was a point in time where I had completely given up on going to church. I didn't want to have nothing to do with the church. What is a church? I don't feel like going to church. I don't want to go to church. It's too much, like, I just wasn't feeling it. But you got to go to church. Like, I'm not saying you got to go to church, but it is in the Bible where you supposed to go to church or whatever. Y'all know I don't be knowing these scriptures, but it's like I be knowing it's in the Bible, but I just don't know exactly where it's at, and I don't know it verbatim. But of course, I won't put it on the screen. Some where you're supposed to go to church, like you're supposed to have a leader or whatever. But I would say more importantly than going to church, even though you're supposed to attend, I would say focus on your actual relationship with God. I think I spoke on this in another video. I would say focus on your actual relationship with God. You're not, well, I'm not, who am I to say that you're not going to go to hell or heaven or whatever, but I don't feel like God's going to just condemn you because you just didn't go to church every Sunday. Like, I feel like personally the relationship that you have with God is the most important, and how you go about his word, applying his word to your life and trying your very best to live the best life that you can according to his word or whatever. So yeah, this is a kind of short video, y'all. I'm trying to make my videos shorter anyways because I be looking at my videos and I be rambling about all types of stuff, all off topic. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and encourage people. It's always gonna be that you always gonna hear that pastors are a scam. That's not, look, they're gonna be, trust me, they're going to be held accountable as long as if you're going to a church and he asking for $1 million every Friday or whatever, or I mean every Sunday, as long as he's preaching the word accordingly, he ain't trying to contradict no word, he ain't trying to fix it to justify why he asking for this amount of money or this, that, and the third. You gonna know. You gonna feel it in your gut. Like, you can't let people persuade you and talk you out of going to church. You have to take it upon yourself and ask God, okay, is this where I'm supposed to be? Ask God to show you. Making my forehead look big. But ask God to show you is if that's where you're supposed to be. Ask him to reveal anything that you that you might suspect, that, you know what I'm saying, that make you feel uncomfortable, make you feel iffy about that pastor or about that church. But no, like I said, there's no church that's gonna be perfect. Even though I love the Potter's House, like, I haven't had any type of bad feeling, bad experience, but at the end of the day, I know it's not perfect. I know it's probably some stuff that go on behind the scenes that I don't know about. But for me personally, as long as I don't know, I'm good. I'm pretty much good. It's just like whenever I was going to smaller churches and I knew this person was doing it, I knew that person was doing this, I knew them people was going together, but like, nah, it's like when I am aware of the stuff, then that's when I have a problem, and I just can't, like, I can't shake it. I can't shake it, which that's something I should work on, because at the end of the day, it's still in my business. But I feel like that's a whole nother subject when you know stuff and judging people. I've gotten a lot better, because I wouldn't say that like I judge people, but I will kind of maybe that is judging. I would just be uncomfortable. I just look at you a certain type of way if I know something. Not saying that I'm perfect, but at least I know I'm not perfect, and I'm not trying to like really hold like a title or position in a church. I don't know. I just feel like some people should be held accountable when they want to hold a certain position in the church, because you have people looking up to you. Just like now, I mean, I know I have people looking, I don't know really y'all looking up to me, but I know I have people, you know, that I guess you can say, I know there are a few people that look up to me or whatever, count on me, you know what I'm saying? So I try to live the best life I can. I mean, I still fall short. I still curse, like I said, like, it's just things that I do. I mean, I'm not perfect. Nobody's gonna be perfect, but knowing that, you know, people are watching me or whatever, it holds me accountable. It helps me stay accountable and stay on track, try to stay focused and try to do better day by day, better myself for of course, for God, for myself, and for you guys to be a better example, because I don't want to, I was just talking to one of my best friends and telling him, like, because I think I had got into it with my brother or whatever. And I'm just like, bro, me and Malik be getting into it, bro. I mean, getting into it. I'm just like, I was just crying. I was so upset, because I'm like, I'm sitting here doing this and fighting with my brother. Like, how can I even be a good example if I can't even pass this little test? So it's going to be tests and stuff that you're going to you're gonna encounter, but you gotta push through it. I'm gonna push through it. I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to get better and better. I'm trying to make my videos better and better. This stuff not easy. Like, this YouTube stuff is really not easy, sitting in front of this camera and sharing your life stories, sharing your experiences and stuff. This is not easy, and especially with me being the type of person that I am, it's really not easy. It's very uncomfortable, but I know I have to step out my comfort zone. I know I have to do this. I want to share with you guys things that help me, because church is important. Like, it's important. It's important to go in there and get a word, worship, praise and worship him, like give him, thanks and glory, at the end of the week or beginning of the week, whatever you want to say. Because all God is asking really is one day out the week. I mean, we go on Wednesdays or Tuesdays whenever people have Bible study or whatever, but really God isn't asking for much. He give us the blueprint. The Bible is the blueprint. He has given us the blueprint to meet him, to make it to him. And all we gotta do is abide by it, try our best. We're not gonna be perfect, but I just want to encourage y'all, find you a church. You don't have to join the first church that you go to, that you step into. Go ahead and explore. Go to a different church every Sunday. You're gonna find the right church home. You're gonna know when you belong. I know I belong at the Potter's house. It's just a whole different feeling than my pawpaw church, than the church that my mom and my grandma go to, which I'm not knocking those churches. I love those churches as well. But I just know I belong at the Potter's house. It's just a different feeling. Like, you'll know when you belong to a church. Get all those stereotypes and all that stuff. Get that out of your mind. You have to have a mind for yourself. You have to learn for yourself, see for yourself, experience for yourself. And you gonna ask God to lead you to the right church home for you. And he gonna take you right to it. You're gonna know. You're gonna feel comfortable. You're gonna feel welcome. Whether it's people, because like at the Potter's house, people didn't come up to me. Like, it's a huge, just hundreds, thousands of people in that church. Like, no one's gonna really just come up to you personally and welcome you to, you know what I'm saying, like that. Like a smaller church would, but you're gonna feel at home. You're gonna know when you found your church home or whatever. But that's really all I had to say for this little video. I just want to share some things that people have shared with me why they don't go to church, and I want to encourage y'all, get that out your head. Like, get all that out your head. Find you a church home where you feel comfortable, where you feel loved, where you feel welcome, and praise God how he would like. Because at the end of the day, it ain't about man. It's about praising God, giving him the glory, you know what I'm saying, and satisfying him at the end of the day. Because you can't judge the preacher, you can't judge the people in the church, because who are we to judge? Like, so that's what I had to, realize myself. So that's pretty much it, y'all. Short little video. I think I like my videos better like this, straight to the point, get it out, and stop rambling so much, Angel. But I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on trying to get myself together in front of this camera, because this stuff is weird. But anyways, thank y'all for tuning into this video. Y'all go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all my social platforms. Y'all, if y'all have any questions, if y'all have any specific video ideas y'all want me to go over, touch on, y'all just leave a comment or inbox me on Snapchat, Facebook, or Instagram. I don't really be on Twitter that much, but I'll put my Twitter down as well. But thank y'all for showing all of my videos so much love. Thank y'all for showing my channel so much love. I appreciate all of y'all. I'll see y'all next Sunday when I drop that next fire video. I'm so late. No, let's see y'all next Sunday, y'all. Love y'all.